Hello everyone, this is day 4. So the first thing we did was we had breakfast with one of my parents' old employees that used to work with them that now lives over on this side of the country. It was real quick and, fast, but I didn't obviously get any footage of it just because, why would I? But after breakfast, we stopped through this little town called Franklin, and it had such an adorable little downtown area, typical of what you would think of as a downtown area in this part of the country, I guess. The whole area had this really cool artsy feel to it, anywhere from the churches just to the main, mom and pop shops around. They had this really cool vibe, and it just seemed like a really, really chill place to be around.
Civil War site.
It looks like the courthouse from Back to the Future. Although it was a really cool place to see, in the end there wasn't honestly a whole lot to do there, unfortunately. Just, it was a small little town. Lots of kind of old lady shops, not even gonna lie. But still really cool place to check out. From there, we headed down the road to the Hermitage Museum, which is the house and museum of Andrew Jackson, the former president. Through the first part of the museum, in the main building, there was lots of very intricate antiques, such as, obviously, swords, which are incredibly crafted, very detailed. Lots to them, more than just, a sword. And as well as several different outfits and jackets and different stuff that Andrew Jackson and his wife have worn throughout the years, as well as several other paintings and other incredible works of art throughout the museum. Then coming out from that main building, it leads you out to this huge, courtyard. I don't even know if I can really call it a courtyard just because it's massive. Just this big, huge field of just trees and grass, and it was actually really beautiful. It was a really, really nice day. It was kind of cold, but it just looked beautiful. But from that first building, pretty much what you do is you just follow the trail that leads you through that big field all the way pretty much to the front door of Andrew Jackson's house, which is obviously now the main part of the museum. And of course, as most other house museums, I wasn't allowed to film inside, so I did try to get a lot of the exterior of the house, the front and the back. Because right here is where you just come outside of the house, to the end of the tour. So this is pretty much all the backyard area, as well as a really creepy well, which I definitely thought exactly of if you've seen the movie The Ring, where the little girl got pushed down the well by her mom. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought of here. Following the trail around from the house, it pretty much leads you in a big loop around the whole rest of the courtyard area with all these different buildings from that time period, and most of them are fully furnished with, obviously beds and other things from the time period. And it's really cool to see kind of a live look in at how they would have been living back in those days. And some of the smaller houses around just had big posters of information, as well as these glass cases with artifacts that they found, like these plates and shattered glasses and everything. And at the far end of the property, there's this really cool building. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's some sort of water-powered mill or something. but the creek right here flows straight through the bottom of the building and continues on each side. Like, I move over here, right here, you can kind of see inside. It's kind of hard to see, but it's just a big hollow building with just a big, pond of water sitting underneath it. From there, heading up to about the final part of the museum is going to be the gravesite of Andrew Jackson and others. And it was a little rushed because at this point it did start to rain, and I wasn't trying to really have my camera out, get it all wet and everything. So here is a little bit of the cemetery. It's really actually pretty small. It's just this little side plot here, and then Andrew Jackson's big little thing, whatever you want to call it, next to it. From there, we headed on to our second hotel, which was actually a former train station, it was so incredibly insane looking, which I'll have footage of it later. But we stopped here just for a little bit in order to get ready because we were going to the Grand Ole Opry, which I know a lot of country music fans will know. Big concert, real famous. Now, we stayed here through most of the concert until we kind of caught wind that one of my favorite bands, and that my sister and her fiance personally know, Dear Boy, which I posted in another video, were playing here in Nashville as well. So once we were pretty much done with the Grand Ole Opry, we were able to head over, and I got to see these guys live for the second time, I do believe, and I love them. I love it. But seeing Dear Boy was pretty much the conclusion of this day, so if you guys did enjoy it, please let me know. I'll hopefully be getting the next day up in a little bit, hopefully within a week or so. So if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.